Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday season and that your year is off to a great start. I know all of us are looking forward to a fresh start, and I've missed you. I had a wonderful break with my family as well, and it was just nice to be able to have some downtime and just be with our family. But I'm really glad to be back with you today. Today, I want to help you start off your new year right by sharing some of the woman owned accounts, businesses that I follow and love. They bring humor to my life, they bring information, they each contribute something different. And some of them I know, most of them I don't, but I wanted to share them with you so that you can have some inspiration and humor in your upcoming new year. I always love to discover new accounts, and I thought you would enjoy hearing about some of mine. So, as we go, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. For those of you who are new to my community, welcome. We love having you here, and we are so excited to get to know you better. And then also, as we are talking, if you have any accounts that you love that are uplifting, inspiring, please share them in the comments as well, because like I said, I love to find new accounts to follow that will bring something special and happy or new knowledge to my life. So please share if you have anything that you know of. The first one I want to share is someone we've chatted a bit online. I've never met her in person, but I just think she's fantastic. And that is Kylie M of Kylie M Interiors. She is basically a color genius. Sorry, I'm looking for my images so I can show you Kylie. Like I said, Kylie is a color genius. She was born with that magical eye that can see colors at a depth and a level that most of us can't see. You can train your eye to see color. It's something I've been working on for years, and some people are born with that natural gift. And she is one of those people, but not only that, she has continued to hone it. And I actually did a paint consultation with her about my office, and she told me that the real problem was that my gray sofa has a touch of green to it, and everything else in my office has blue undertones or is blue. And I was like, really? I don't see it. And it took a while of staring deep into my sofa's eyes. I mean, like months. I would just stare at it from my desk, but I can see the green now. I never would have picked up on that. She is a true educator, which makes her a woman after my own heart. I learned more about paint and color from her free website materials than all of my other internet rabbit holing. This is my third home, and I have been, agonizing over paint colors since the very first one. It is one of the worst things to do to have to pick out paint colors. And it was I've dug into paint color a ton over the years. And when I came across her blog last year, it was a revelation. Like, it was so much usable, understandable knowledge. And if her free content is that good, I wanted to know about what she offered. And that's when I found out she does paint consultations. You send her pictures, you give her the details, like what you're going for, like if you want a green or a blue or whatever, and then she'll give you 3 paint colors to choose from. Yeah, she does it for you. And she recently launched in the last few months her colorful language courses. And I'm planning to take those courses this year to learn more about color in general, because it's a topic I love and it's really relevant to what I do for a living. And I am really looking forward to seeing what Kylie can teach me about that. I love that hers is a learn to decorate blog, not a look at what Kylie can do blog. I mean, it's fun to see what other people do in their projects, but she's there to share with you how you can do it too. And that's another thing I love about her. She is genuine and has a fun, spunky personality, which makes it even more fun. And she does things her own way. I love everything about her. So you should check her out. We'll put her website here. She's Kylie M Interiors on Instagram. She has a bunch of freebies that you can download. And she's just a delight. The second one I want to share with you is Katherine from KW Shops. So Katherine, I've been following her for years. She talks about luxury items. She particularly focuses mostly on bags. And what I love, I mean, because there are a lot of luxury YouTube channels out there and they have their own whatever, like positives. But I love her budget conscious, realistic approach to saving for the items that you want, not falling for trends, and getting what you truly love and can afford. That's right up my alley, right? She's not unboxing 3 luxury bags a week. She has a budget. She's very honest about her budget. She saves up for the items that she wants. There are items that she waits years to purchase. She talks about luxury in a very smart way. Like, luxury items are not financial investments. Like, if you want to invest financially, buy real estate or invest in the stock market, a bag is not a financial investment. You buy this bag because you love it. You will get joy from it. You want to carry it. That is why you spend that kind of money on things like that, not because you think you're going to get a return on your money. So I just love her intelligent approach to it. And that it's not all about the current it bag. It's about what you really love. She also recently launched her own authentication service. She has worked in luxury authentication for, I want to say, about 10 years. It's been a long time. So she's not just, a luxury lover. She has been working at authenticating items for a decade. And that was how she really got into this. She sees these bags come through all the time. That's another reason that she can talk about bags that she doesn't personally own, because she interacts with them at work. And sometimes she's able to bring things home from work, bags to show on her YouTube channel. So she has recently started authenticating items. It's only $15 to have her authenticate an item virtually. You send her pictures. You don't have to ship it to her, have her ship it back. And that's a steal. Like, when you're about to invest in something pre-loved like that, she also highly, highly, highly encourages pre-loved, which I'm also a fan of. I mean, if you want to get yours brand new from the retail store, there's also, benefits to doing that, but you can save so much buying pre-loved. And she talks a lot about that. So if you're looking at purchasing a pre-loved luxury item, you can have Katherine authenticate it for $15. $15 to make sure you're getting what you should get on the money that you're spending. So I plan to have her do some for me the next time I make a purchase like that. And we will be sharing the details of how you can contact her for that. The other reason, so I said I started following her because of her luxury content, and that's true. But I became an even more loyal fan when she was brave and authentic about and shared how she has been the target of racism in big ways and in small ways, in ways that if you've never experienced that, you wouldn't, maybe recognize. And her willingness to be so vulnerable in order to educate others was so brave. I cannot imagine how painful it was, not only to experience those things, but to come and share with tens of thousands of people online. Is humiliating to experience, and it should never happen, and it does. And it was honestly eye-opening to me. I've shared that video with so many people. I think everyone needs to watch it. And, not only was it brave of her to come on and do that, she did it through her business YouTube channel. And, that's not the topic of her YouTube channel. And she really took a risk of alienating viewers, having people unsubscribe, getting nasty comments and emails, but she did it anyway. She stood up for what was right. And I just admire her bravery so much. Like, I mean, I already loved her before, but that was like, I'll be a forever follower and, subscriber to her forever because of that. That just, I have so much respect for her. I can't even tell you. Like, I admire her a lot for that reason alone. The next account I want to share with you. One second. Is an account I follow on Instagram, and she makes me laugh so hard. Her name is Lindsay Gurk, Gurk. She is a young mother. My youngest is 8 now, and I'm out of the little one stage. I'm honestly really sad about it. I love the baby stage. I love the toddler stage. I love the preschool stage. I've loved all the stages of my kids, but because they're so close in age, all 6 of them, they kind of move through them together, and it's there and then it's over, and it's there and it's over. And she does these reels about the crazy stuff her kids do, like the real crazy stuff her kids do. And she does these conversations that she imagines her kids having as they plot to keep her awake, or all kinds of things. And we grabbed a short reel here. I'm gonna see if I can play it for you, if you can hear it, but you have got to follow her. When I don't see her pop up in my Instagram feed, I go search for her because she just makes me laugh. I love to laugh, and she's hysterical. Okay, so let's see if you can hear this one.
Hey girl, hi, this is such a great idea. Thanks for inviting me. I'm so excited to get out of the house. Yeah. Hey, where are the kids? They're at home. But who's watching them? Their dad. That's so nice of him to babysit while you're out. Well, he's not babysitting. He's a parent too. Hey, think he'll give him a bath? Would hope so. They're pretty messy after their dinner. So feeds them and bathes them. Honestly, he's the best. Great dad. Well, he is the best, but not because he's taking care of their basic needs. Such a keeper. With all that he does for you, you're really lucky to have him. I know, but you know what? Thank you. You want to grab a drink? Sure. Come on. What do you want? A gin and tone it down a bit. What's that? Sorry, what?
Yeah, she's so funny. She's so funny. Yeah, she makes me laugh. So I hope she gives you some laughs too, whether you have kids, had kids. She's a riot, and very creative and clever. And I just love anything that makes me laugh. Okay, next up is House of Valentina. I love home decor. And if you love home decor, you have got to follow House of Valentina. Valentina and her husband, Jack, are realtors in Atlanta. And they've started doing staging. They started staging homes and doing home decor, and they started their YouTube channel. And they are, well, I love their advice. Like, it's really good advice, but they are also hilarious, especially when they're together. They're hysterical. They've been married, I want to say like 20 years. They've lived abroad. They've lived all over the place. They lived in Scandinavia. Like, when they talk about Scandi style, they're not just like searching Pinterest. They lived there. They've lived in Morocco. They've lived all over the world, and now they're in Atlanta. And another thing, so I love the advice. Like, I watched some of her videos multiple times. I sit and I take notes. But I also love how much they clearly love each other. I mean, Jack is just gaga for Valentina. It's written all over his face. He just has the googly eyes for her. And she has the googly eyes for him. You can't fake that. Like, he's just, the whole time they're on video, he's just looking at her like, and they're just funny. Valentina she just laughs. She has the best laugh. Everything is funny, but not in that obnoxious way that sometimes you're like, okay, stop. No, she's got the greatest laugh. And the videos that Jack is into, those are my favorites. But if you're not following House of Valentina, and you're at all interested in home decor, you have got to check them out. They have an Instagram as well, but I love the YouTube channel because I get to see, I get to see her. I get to hear her laugh. I get to see them interact. And their YouTube channel is really just where you're going to get most of the tips. And they just, I don't know, they're a combination of the humor and the information. And I love that. Next up is the Garden Answer YouTube channel. And her name is Laura. I've never heard her pronounce her last name. It's Leboutier. I don't know. It's French. But they're in, I want to say Oregon, maybe Washington. If you don't know this about me, gardening is my favorite hobby. Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the picture to show you. Laura. She and her husband do it together, but it's mostly her you see on screen. And it's just so soothing. She has a very soothing voice. Super, super informative. And if you don't know this about me, gardening is my favorite hobby. If I ever had another career, I would be a landscaper or a landscape architect. Digging, planting, mulching, designing, and sitting in my gardens rank right up at the top of my list of favorite things to do. Add a book while I sit in my garden and enjoy all my hard work, and I'm in heaven. I love to visit other gardens. I like to talk about gardens, dream up new gardens, and watch YouTube videos about gardening. And I can't believe it took me this long to discover her channel, but it has become my new gardening crack. I found her early last summer. We moved into this house a little over a year ago, and the flower beds, well, just everything needed help as far as the yard goes. And I wanted to at least work on the front flower beds. But I didn't know really what I wanted. This is just a very different home than the last one we had. And so I found her channel, and I had just been dying to get out there to plant. So I found this, and she has become my gardening magic 8-ball. Laura, what should I do with the horse-shaped island bed at the front? I searched, I give my phone a little shake, And there's the answer on her channel. Laura, I need a low-growing evergreen shrub I can use to create a hedge that tolerates full sun and full shade. Shake my phone, and in the very first answer, or very first video, there was my answer. I am not kidding you. Just sitting there watching the videos. I mean, even if you don't want to plan anything, just watch the videos. I've shared her channel with so many friends of mine, and they have a couple of kids that occasionally make a cameo just to hang out there. They've got a cat named Cheddar. I love that YouTube channel. I've watched several of her videos multiple times, and everyone I've shared that channel with has just loved it too. Just her creativity. She has so many great ideas, planters, beds, different, needs. I just want to hang out with her. Sometimes she just does the videos in silence. Like you just watch her dig and plant and shovel mulch, and it's kind of meditative. It's really soothing. So if you're into plants, if you're wondering what to do with your planters this spring, if your gardens need a spruce up, if you've got this one spot that's troublesome, Laura has the answer. Just search her videos and she's going to solve your problem. So those are some of my favorite woman-owned channels, accounts. They bring different things to my life, but they are all ones that I've subscribed to for quite some time, and I just really, really enjoy following. And I love what they bring to my life, and I hope they bring something new to your lives. If you do stop by and start following them, tell them Stunning Style says hello, and I would love to hear back from you if you do start following them and you love them as much as I do. So let's take a quick look at the comments. Linda's here. She says, hello. Hi, Linda. I'm so glad you could join us. And later today, when we put up the blog post, there will be links to, for example, some of my favorite videos from the Garden Answer YouTube channel, the one from Katherine where she shared about racism, and a couple other of her luxury videos that I love. So I'll post some of my favorite videos or reels or whatever from each of them, so you can get a sample of some of my favorite things from them. So be sure and check that out. If you're on my email list, you'll get an email notification as soon as that blog post goes live. And if you're not on my email list, someone from my team will post a link to where you can join it. Okay, I've got to sort through where we've shared the links. Julie says, House of Valentina is one of my favorites. Isn't she awesome? She's just so funny and fun, but she's not trying to run a comedy show. She's just a fun person. She just laughs a lot, and I just love that about her. And I love her tips. Love them. One of her tips, she said something, I don't remember which video it was, but it was something about 10 things you can do in your house right now or something. And she was like, go around and cut off all of those tags off of your cord lamps. The big white, and they're folded over, and it's don't put your lamp in the water or something like that. You read it. It's okay. Go cut them off. And I was like, every single one of my lamps has that tag on it still. And they're an eyesore. You're right. And so after I watched that video, I got my scissors and I went around to every lamp and cut those off. That's a basic tip, but I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. I never thought about that. I should do that. And then some of them are just much bigger. It's big, it's small, it's very doable stuff. And some of it's more aspirational, but you get a little bit of everything. Some of it, it's not, I love aspirational stuff, but I also love stuff that I can do in my house as a normal person, who likes to get stuff at Home Goods. They go to Home Goods a lot, right? They'll do Home Goods hauls and stuff. So anyway, Julie, I'm so glad you love them too. Kayla says, I love House of Valentina too. April, you're still my fave. Virtual hug. Oh, Thank you, Kayla. That was so nice. I appreciate that. Donna says, I love her. I followed her for a long time. I think you're talking about House of Valentina. Their channel has grown so fast and for good reason. It's just great content and it's fun. Does anybody else love the videos with Jack and Valentina the best? Like, those are really my favorites. I love watching them interact. Someone else says, I love Garden Answer, watch her all the time. I can't see who that is, but who said that, but I know she's just so knowledgeable. Her parents own a greenhouse. So she grew up in this, right? She's very knowledgeable. She's not just making stuff up. I mean, it's fine to make stuff up and do your ideas or try new things. Those are great channels and blogs too, but she's genuinely knowledgeable from a very long history of working with plants and gardens and planting things. Someone says Linda Vader has a great gardening channel on YouTube as well. Ooh, I'll have to look for that one because I'm always looking for great gardening channels. Lisa says, I've followed Laura for years. She's changed my life and garden. She's the best. I know. Oh, I know. This spring, I have to turn my volume off again. I had it on for that reel. This spring, when my gardens start to bloom, they fill, last summer when I put them in, it was all like baby plants but they've really started to fill in more. And so this spring, when everything starts blooming, assuming it's not all dead, we had like freakishly warm weather. We didn't have a fall at all. We haven't had winter until this week. It was 75 degrees on Sunday, I think, and then it snowed the next day. My peonies are up out of the ground like this much. That's bad. My roses were budding. My daffodils are up this much. It's not supposed to be happening. So assuming it didn't all get killed from the crazy weather, I'll show you some pictures this spring, but everything I did in my garden this summer was inspired by things I found on her channel. She introduced me some new plants because we're in a totally different gardening zone and climate here. We were in the desert where the soil is very alkaline, and now we're in a very humid climate where the soil is acidic, and just different plants do better here than did there. There I was more trying to get water hardy plants, and here I need plants that can handle with wet feet a little bit. So she introduced me to plants I'd never even heard of or seen in the nurseries back there. So yeah, she's inspired my garden so much. Okay. Those are all the questions and comments I see right now. But I want to thank you for joining me today. This is always so much fun and something I look forward to every week. I hope you check out these channels and check out the blog post when it goes up later today, so you can get some links to some of my very favorite videos that they've published, videos or reels or posts or whatever. And I would love to hear back what you think of them because, I just love them. And tell them Stunning Style said hi so that they can feel some love. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I look forward to seeing you next week for another style snack at the same time, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And let's see, Angie says, I followed and subscribed. Can't wait to see their content. Well, Angie, I look forward to hearing from you what you think of them because I love them. And I will see you next week.